Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 17 Draft Champions game. Our legend round kicks off with two hard-hitting legends and Herman Moore, the big body receiver. And it's very hard to pass up on Herman Moore. He's not as glitchy as he was in Madden 16, but he's definitely still a force this year, so we take him. Round 2, 3 great players on the board. We're probably not going to take Amari Cooper since we already took Moore, though the choice between David Johnson and Derek Carr is pretty tough. We ended up taking David Johnson, even though he's an 80 overall. He's a glitchy guy. He plays pretty much like an elite. As we go to round 3, and thankfully we didn't take our boy what's his face, Derek Carr right there, so we can take Tony Romo in the next round. We skip all the way to round 10 because this might have been the worst draft I had all year as far as lack of elite rounds. I think I had like 1 elite round total, maybe 2. As you guys see, round 11 we have a chance to get another speedy receiver along with John Brown, though we're not going to do that. We're going to get the offensive lineman Zeitler right there. We had 0 offensive linemen, so it was about time we drafted one of those. We get to round 13, we could get a man to protect the blind side right here, but I need someone to protect my secondary. I value that a little bit more because free safety, I feel like, is very important. You don't want to give up cheap touchdowns by having a silver safety not covering the deep ball. And Weddle can not only cover the deep ball, he covers the run well as well. So we end up taking him. Round 14, probably would have taken Zach Martin, but we already have a right guard, so we end up taking Derek Johnson right there. And we have a pretty scary linebacking core with this team. And round 15, DeMarco Murray. If we didn't take David Johnson, DeMarco would definitely be our guy. And I still almost took DeMarco Murray anyways. We passed him on Ogletree because we already have more than enough linebackers. So we get Costanzo right there. We have 2 linemen. We got David Johnson, so we should be able to run the ball pretty decently. And then Tony Romo, we got a couple of weapons, including Herman Moore. Offense looking good, defense looking okay. We'll see how that goes. We don't really have any good cornerbacks as we go downfield right away and take a shot for Connor Brait. Didn't really get a tight end, so Brait's going to have to try to get the job done as we try to throw a screen pass to John Brown, but he had that covered pretty well going to the run game with Johnson, and he gets some good yardage early on. Nonetheless, 3rd down and 1 up here. Doesn't look like anyone's open, but Romo on the run creates and finds Herman Moore. If he's going to come out in man coverage, I'm going to be looking for Herman Moore all day long. Even if you come out in zone, I'm still going to look for Herman Moore. We take the dump down right there. 2nd and 1. Screen pass goes off the hands of John Brown. Incomplete. 3rd down play action. Moore doesn't get the 1st down. It's 4th and inches at the 1-yard line. We're pitching it. David Johnson stretching but not getting it. Great open field tackle, or at least enough of a tackle to force the defender out of bounds. Is Jay Ajayi breaking off the defender right there, getting a gain of about 8. He's backed up deep in his own territory, so he's got to be careful right here, though he has all the time in the world to eventually throw to the running back Ajayi, who fights forward for extra yardage. Getting stuffed at the pretty much 1-yard line hurt right there, but when your defense makes plays like this, it definitely helps, and then some. Prior fighting and brought down at the 1-yard line. Almost capped out the stupendous play in the end zone. Nonetheless, we take advantage of the field position by getting it in. We got put at the 1-yard line again, but we make quick work of that one as he goes downfield for Brandon Cooks. 75 yards in just 1 play to tie the game up. That prior play was one heck of a bait, and from there, the action is picked up very quickly in this one. We're trying to keep it going, but he's the one that gets the next big play via a sack by Jerry Hughes. 2nd down and 19, though. We throw it up for Herman Moore, who breaks the tackle and gets the 1st down. We're just going to constantly look for number 84, try and take a shot for John Brown back there, but that was just ill-advised in double coverage. This game I'm playing right here, very old game. This is from like August, so I was still trying to take deep shots back then, like trying to see how much speed affected the game. And you can't really take those deep shots with speedy receivers in the slot this year, I feel like. Not like that. At least, you know, maybe until they come out with faster receivers and stuff like that. But like everyone's got about the same speed as we run the ball with David Johnson. Get a gain of 5 yards, cut the deficit in half to try to get the 1st down, and we get it, and more to Herman Moore. He is definitely the guy, especially on 3rd down. We're looking for number 84 as we run the ball with David Johnson to get some extra yardage falling forward. Like I said, part of the reason why you like a guy like Johnson as we throw it to our fullback Johnson right there. The Johnson and Johnson committee doing damage on this guy. We're back to the 1-yard line, and we go back to the Johnson and Johnson, but it doesn't work. So we'll let David finish the drive off, as he should get the touchdown right there. I was really worried we're going to be stuck at the 1-yard line again and maybe not get it, but thankfully he just ran commit over the middle right there, and we were able to take advantage as he just tries to run 4 verts right here, trying to get simple plays. Jay Ajayi actually gets a spin move off to get some extra yardage. He's got a little under a minute to work with right here, going downfield, one-on-one, and it is broken up. God bless the SWAT button this year, man. If that was man 16, that's probably a catch, but we do not play the defense necessary to get him off the field. Mariota has that scrambling ability, but he's been staying in the pocket, taking his shot, but once again, it's broken up. He's got a Herman Moore of his own, and right now we have his number 84 all locked up. Second down, we had him covered, he gets sacked, and that is essentially going to end his drive because we're running out of time in this quarter, and he gets sacked again. Oh, we recovered that. We would have gone a free field goal to end the half because we would have been in field goal range at the 24-yard line. Instead, he dodged a bullet by recovering it right there, and he gets ball coming out of half, and we're just getting pressure right now from our defensive line and linebacking core. Like I said, we got some guys like Bruce Irvin down there who can really provide something, as he just provided a mean-ass stiff arm on whoever tried to bring him down. Look at Jay Ajayi, one of those silver or just like 72 goal running backs who just fights for extra yardage as if he's an elite running back, as he goes to him on third down. Looks like he's got a step, but he gets wrapped up by Irvin, and it's not gonna move the chains. Fourth down, going for it, 5 wide. Curious decision to come out in 5 wide, but we can't really question the decision when it works, as he goes back to the ground with the Ajayi, trying to keep that balance up. And it definitely helps when you have a balanced attack, because if he's gonna run the ball a lot, then he can come out in this situation passing. We're expecting run, and he throws it to the tight end and gets a gain of about 15-yard lines. He's knocking on the door, trying to tie this game off. This has been quite the long drive. Gotta make sure you cap it off. But Mariota straight up overthrows the open man. Third down and 8. Mariota, ball almost intercepted by Kruger, and he settles for the field goal on fourth down. The killer on that drive was the overthrow by Mariota that essentially stalled things out. Instead, we get the ball with a lead right here, and we just gotta protect it right here. We can't turn it over right away. We gotta choose some clock, hopefully put some points on the board, though. I always say it, if a touchdown is there, you take the touchdown. If you're in true clock mode, you just go for it, as we got our boy Tony Romo throwing dimes right now for the most part. As you see, first down and 10, just taking what's open. I accidentally dived down right there. I definitely didn't mean to do that. That could have been dangerous. It could have been fumbled or something like that, as we throw it into just messy coverage right there. So third down, I told you guys who our guy is. It's Herman Moore. Will he figure it out? Who knows? Because that's like 3 or 4 third downs he's got in, as we take a chance for Fleener, and that should have been intercepted. That was dumb right there. That was definitely dumb. Like I said, this is early on when the man was out. I was trying to see how the deep ball worked. Definitely didn't work right there. Third down, you know who? Herman Moore. Cover this guy. Put the whole team on him, because that's who I'm looking for as we actually take off with Tony Romo. I guess he actually put the team on Herman Moore and forgot that Romo can lead the pocket as we run it and do not get the first down. Once again, short yardage situation, and we capitalize not just for the first, but for the touchdown and potentially the dagger, especially with him using a timeout. No matter what he does on this drive, scoring wise, he will need an onside kick to get back into this game. But first, he's got to get points, and he has struggled to move the ball downfield quickly. He did move the ball well on his last drive, but it took him a very long time to do that. He's only got 1:07 left, and that play definitely didn't help, because that clock, he lost a lot of time. 15 plus seconds, not calling a timeout, and on third down, he throws it straight at us. I guess he decided he wanted to end the game, because when you put your hands in the cookie jar, you're basically asking for the game to end. As David Johnson just gonna run it one more time. He didn't even call his timeout, so I was like, all right, let me just, run it one more time. That's all good. We'll take our win. And yeah, so leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed it. We come out with the victory right here. Felt like our opponent was good. We just did a good job controlling the clock, controlling the ball for the most part, not turning it over, and that's how you win football games, It's the easiest way to win, not turning it over, even though we threw some risky passes. Yeah, leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Madden 17 content, and until then, I'll catch you guys next time.